Hey everybody, welcome back. We're going to take a look at another MRE today. This is a menu number 18, beef ravioli and meat sauce, packaged by the Ameriqual Packing Company. This came in a case. It was from 2014, and we do have a date code stamped on the bag of the 211th day of 2014, so we should be fairly consistent there. Let's go ahead and open her up. Maybe. There we go. And of course with Ameriqual we do have the nice inner bag, which I like. And once we get through that, let's get into the contents. Okay, so here we have our beef ravioli, packaged on the 181st day of 2014 there. We've got our sleeve with our massive amounts of ingredients and nutrition facts. Of course, that will aid in our heating process. Got some barbecue corn nuggets. Those are always kind of neat. So, actually, I don't know if I've had these in a military grade MRE. I've had them in civilian MREs, but that'll be good. We have our accessory pack, and that's packaged nice and tight this time. Sometimes those are a little loose. Osmotic cranberries, and by God, they give you a whole ton of them, too. I hate seeing these. They're just not my favorite. Okay, so we've got some white wheat snack bread. And that's definitely formed a bit of a curve in it. So, packaging. Got some tropical punch beverage base powder in the small package. No fruit juice, mind you. Yeah, let's see. Ooh, bacon cheese spread. Cool. It's a little bit. It's the consistency feels pretty good in the package there. That's an interesting cheese spread to give with this. Normally you see this with like your jalapeno patty or your old beef patty or something like that to make like an actual like a cheeseburger, but well, I guess it would still be good. I still enjoy that, but I don't know. I'm a little thrown off, I guess, for some reason eating pasta. But anyway, got our trusty spoon, sweet pepper sauce. You know, this is, I think, a mistake in most modern MREs is that they don't put Tabasco in it anymore. You'll see pepper sauce from time to time, or pepper flakes, or some sort of blend of seasoning or whatever, but you just don't see Tabasco. Just it used to come in the small bottles, and then they kind of came in pouches. I love seeing this. It adds a nice zip to your meal. And we've got our FRH, flameless ration heater, to heat our meal, and a hot beverage bag, if you want to use that for, coffee or mixing any drinks, really. Has some nice handy measuring components on there. So, okay, let's go ahead and get our entree heating up so we can get that nice and warm and give the rest of our stuff a look through. Where did I set that down at? There we go. And of course we're just going to get it, position these two items above the fill line, and then attempt to get our water in between the two fill points and not to overfill. But you know me, I live dangerously. Oh my goodness, I actually underfilled it, and now I overfilled it. No, that's like right in between the line. Wow, it's a first on the Dave's 45 Auto channel. I didn't overfill it. I actually underfilled it at first, and then redeemed myself by the perfect pour. So you can give me a high five in the comments if you'd like. We're just going to lie it flat here just for a moment so that we can engage that heating element there with the water. And then put it in our sleeve. Starting to get warm. This case has had a nice set of heaters in it. Ouch, that one hurt my finger. Yeah, it's getting nice and hot. This is going to be a good heater. But this case seems to have had some nice heaters to it, and unfortunately that's not always the case. Yeah, boy, this one is, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's definitely sizzling. That one's going to be good. We're going to have some nice warm entree today. Okie dokie. Let's get our tray out here and start distributing what we have. I want to see these barbecue corn nuggets. I mean, obviously I've had corn nuggets, but like I said, I don't think I've had them in an MRE. I could be incorrect at that, but yeah, they definitely smell like barbecue. Our kids would love this. I'm not a huge barbecue person, like barbecue flavoring, like a bag of barbecue Lay's chips or something like that, but you know, I'm sure they'll be okay. I don't even want to talk about these. There's so many of them, too. God, they always... I think I've had one bag of these, and I don't remember what video. It wasn't a video. And I thought that they were okay. I still didn't finish them because it's just not my thing. But, my God, they give you so many of them. And sometimes they just smell off. And I don't know why. It's just the process and the packaging, but yeah, not my favorite. Let's get our snack bread out here. Our curved snack bread. There we go. Looks good. Smells like wheat snack bread. And let's get a little bit of our cheese spread with bacon on here. You know, I could heat this up a little bit, but it seems to separate pretty easy. So, you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it, you know, room temperature. Put a little bit of this on our bread here. It's got good consistency out of the package. And of course, this is, you know, kind of like your Cheese Whiz type of deal there. If you're familiar with that, if you're not familiar with that, probably better on you because it's disgusting. Nah, I'm just kidding. Cheese Whiz has its place, but don't eat it too much. It's not good for you. Let's go ahead and open our accessory pack here. Our finely packaged accessory pack. This thing, you know, kind of like the crackers, might have had a hiss if I would have stopped to think about it. Got some salt. A moist towelette. Yeah, Splenda. Definitely makes your coffee taste sweeter, but I'm not a big artificial sugar person, or sweetener. Excuse me, it's not artificial sugar, it's artificial sweetener. Got our instant coffee, toilet paper, regular gum, and our non-dairy creamer. Let's go ahead and make our drink. So we will have our larger drink here for a half a canteen cup or 12 ounces. As most of you know, if you watch the channel, I tend to water this down quite a bit, usually about 20 ounces of water, which is the way I prefer it. But again, it's up to you on how you prepare it. If you want to just do the standard, I'm sure it's fine. You're going to get a nice Kool-Aid taste on this one. But I like it a little bit watered down. That's just my personal preference. But you can do your thing. And again, these packaged powders like this, they don't tend to mix very well. Unlike the little dealios that'll come in the accessory pack for like a water bottle, those mix very well, as do the carbohydrate electrolyte powders, which, come to think about it, I really haven't seen recently. I'm kind of missing the carbohydrate electrolyte powders, but you see, it's kind of like I can't remember what it's called, but back when I was a kid, there was a product. It was like a sand. Well, I guess it actually probably would have been my brother who's younger, but anyway, they had a product. it was just a, I don't know. I've seen YouTube videos on how to make it, but it was just a, we'll call it enhanced sand. And it would keep its form, and you could like mold it in water. That's kind of what this reminds me of a little bit. Scary thought, I guess, but I guess sand wouldn't kill you. I doubt this will either. But yeah, it just kind of lumps at the bottom, and you kind of continue to want to just stir it occasionally as you go, as you drink it down. There's a ton of flavor in the powder. It just, for whatever reason, whatever's in it, whatever inhibits it from mixing well, it just doesn't like to mix well. So, end of the talk on that one. We'll move on here a little bit, and we'll make our coffee. I just went ahead and heat up some water a little earlier. So we'll add our instant coffee. The old coffee crystals, and add our creamer. And again, for all of you who might be new to the videos, I add all this stuff because it's here. If you have good coffee, I don't feel the need to add creamer or sugar to it. Or if, say, I'm out hunting, or maybe just out in the woods or something, and I don't really pack all that good stuff. But, this instant coffee alone is pretty bland, so I just like to, kind of mix it up, give it a little bit of whatever. And like I said, the Splenda definitely is a lot sweeter than the base sugar that you might get in these MREs. I'm just not a huge fan of artificial sweeteners. I try and stay away from it as much as I can. But, as you all are probably aware, it's very hard to keep away from artificial anything nowadays, just due to, the way we produce food. Okay, so, let's see, I still hear our entree off here, and wow, yeah, that's nice and hot, man. I'm loving this. That's gonna make there's nothing quite like a hot meal. All this stuff is ready to eat. You can eat this out of the package. But a nice hot meal is just a formidable thing to be reckoned with. It just makes you feel so much better. But anyway, let's go ahead and just try what we have on the tray. Like I said, I was really kind of interested in these corn nuggets here. And they definitely drop their powder, so, kind of like cheese poofs or whatever, sitting in your beanbag chair, naked eating Cheetos. You're going to get a whole bunch of that junk on you too, just like these, just flakes off. But let's try them. Can you hear me crunching? They're nice and crunchy. Not a big kick of barbecue flavor, really. Maybe that's because I was sitting there shaking them in my hand. I don't know. But yeah, they're pretty good actually. Quite pleasant to eat. I would enjoy having these. And the barbecue flavor is pretty comparable to what you would see in a Lay's barbecue chip or whatever. Just that standard barbecue seasoning. But it's quite good. Like I said, they're nice and crunchy, these little corn dealios. Pretty enjoyable. So now I've had something that I like. Let's try something that I normally don't like. Oh god, they're harder than normal too. Usually they're a little bit more pliable. These are a little hard. Very rarely do I ever throw anything away from an MRE. I tend to eat it all, or employ my children to eat some of it if I'm full. These generally go in the garbage. Sorry. Blah. They're tart. I don't mind tart cranberries. But there's just something off about them. Just slightly off. and I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy it at all. That one looks like it's got sores. Just seeds, but yeah, not my favorite. Let's move on from that and try a little bit of our wheat snack bread. I'll try a little bit of it alone, and then we'll try it with some cheese spread on it. Yep, good old wheat snack bread. It's nice and dense. I'll tell you, actually, I don't know, this one, for some reason, just tastes fresher. I'm not sure if that's a thing or not, but it does. It kind of tastes a little bit more fresh than what I normally get. It's from the same year. I've been getting in a lot of 2014 stuff, but yeah, really not too bad. I'm going to wash that down with just a little bit of our drink here. Yep, that's always good. Like I said, watered down a bit, but I enjoy it. Try a little bit of our bacon cheese spread. I don't know that I taste the bacon. I've had it a few times before, and every now and again you'll actually get a decent bacon taste. Kind of just tastes like the normal cheese spread. Still good. Still a good addition. You know, it's nice to have something other than just this wheat snack bread because it's pretty dry. Let me take a little nip of our coffee here. Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's instant coffee. It's not the greatest, but it's not bad. Definitely a little sweeter with the Splenda. So, yeah, I mean, everything tastes pretty good all around, aside from those. We don't want to talk about that, though, do we? So, anyway, let's check on our entree one more time. Still a lot of great heat in there. I'm going to go ahead and take her out and get her ready to eat. I mean, this thing could have easily powered through several more minutes. That was a nice one. Okay. And let's go ahead and just wipe this off a bit. Ouch. It's nice and warm to the touch. Top here is a little bit cool, but once it all gets mixed in together, I think we'll have a pretty good little entree here. Got the long waist tear notch and our little pockets of beefy heaven, right? Okie dokie. Oh yeah. Good on you, heater. Good job. Get out of there. Quite a bit to this entree too. Pretty good little serving size. Sauce is reasonably thick. Don't really get a lot of sauce on this one, which is fine. Just an observation. So let's go ahead and try it without any additions. Get a nice little meaty pocket there. A little bit of sauce. Bottoms up. This is the first time I've had an MRE that I have said to myself, man, I could use salt. That is strange. Let's try another one. Wow. It does. It needs salt. It's a little bland. It's a little bland tasting. This is a channel first. I'm actually going to salt this baby. And normally the reason why I don't want to do it anyway is because these things are usually so high in sodium that I don't really want to contribute to my own unnatural death due to sodium intake or something. Let's try a couple pockets with some salt on them. Yeah, that does the trick. Needs a little salt. But I'll tell you what else it could need. You guessed it. You are right. If you guessed pepper sauce, I could use this all day long. We're dumping it. We're living life on the edge here. There we go. Ah, love that smell. Such a good smell. Instantly hits your nose. Bottoms up. A little salt, a little heat, and you're flying pretty good here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and just add a little bit to this bacon cheese spread on our wheat snack bread. That was a mouthful. Tastes pretty good together. A little bit of cheese, a little spice, a little salt, a little beef, a little pocket. Pretty darn good. Yeah. I'll tell you what though, if this didn't have that Tabasco, I would be pretty angry. Or, well, pepper sauce. I mean, it does say made with Tabasco peppers, but it's definitely a different brand name. Anyway, pretty good. Not necessarily my favorite MRE, though. I was expecting a little bit more. Most of the pasta dishes that I've had have been really good. This one was a little bland, but that's okay. Can't hit can't hit 500 every time in baseball terms, or 300 would be good in baseball terms. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate the continued viewership and likes and comments and subscriptions that have been happening over the past few months. I know we're still a relatively small channel, but there's always room to grow. So continue to leave any comments, questions, or concerns, and hit the old like button so I know I'm doing something right. And subscribe to the channel. We can only onward and upward, as they say. But thanks for stopping by. You'll have a great day. Bye-bye.